This game recap is brought to you by IBC Bank, We Do More, and by Greg Sherman Videography. Call 419-902-3353 for all your video needs in San Antonio and the Hill Country. Welcome inside the Alamo Dome here in San Antonio, the home of the high school basketball state championships every March, and about a dozen or so high school football playoff games in November and December as teams go on the road to Arlington in the hopes of a state championship. The Harlan Hawks will take that road to Arlington. They may get a chance to play some games here in the Alamo Dome in November or December, but up first, a chance to win a district title if they can go over to Dragon Stadium and beat the Dragons of Southwest High School. You take a look at the standings on your screen. Harlan is 4-0 in district play. They are 8-0 overall, the first second-year program ever to start 8-0 in San Antonio football history. They can wrap up the district title in 14-5A Division I if they beat Southwest and Laredo Martin loses to Harlandale this week. They can also get it with wins this week and then beat Laredo Martin next week. Southwest has already beaten the Tigers, so wins this week and next week would give them the district title, and Laredo Martin, of course, is still a factor in the district race. The Hawks have gotten off to slow starts throughout the season. 3 times this year they've trailed 14-0, including last week to Southwest Legacy. All 3 times they came back to win. Last week thanks to 300 rushing yards and a great defense that blocked a punt and held the Legacy in check in the middle 2 quarters. So could the Hawks beat Southwest after the Dragons beat Harlan last year? Let's take you over to the stadium that Ty Detmer built and check out all the action. Dragon Stadium is one of the last great old school stadiums remaining. Magnificent grass and the field markings still stenciled by hand. A great Dragon logo at the 50-yard line. The stadium is a great throwback to old school football when Ty Detmer played for his father Sonny in the 1980s. Sonny's still coaching high school football just down 1604 at Somerset. In what seems like a broken record player, the Hawks again fell behind early. Second drive of the game, the Dragons moved the ball down the natural sodded field and scored on a 41-yard touchdown run by Lloyd Young to take a 7-0 lead.
We just have to change our personnel. We have people for specific jobs. They'll get the job done, and then we'll just keep switching them out.
The Southwest fans were happy early, but that was the end of the Dragon offensive highlights. By FCC Rule 14-5 Alpha-1, we must show you Aubrey McDade highlights. Hey, it's just the law of the land, and we do not want to break the law. Right before the end of the quarter, McDade pinballed off 3 Dragon defenders on a 26-yard run. Back in the 80s, he would have been known as the Pinball Wizard. He scored a couple plays later, 7-all after 1. Second quarter, McDade broke through the line, trucked right over poor Austin Mason for a 17-yard gain down to the Dragon 16. Next play, McDade again broke the line and ran over Mason one more time. Mason's a great kid, gotta feel bad for the sophomore. 13-yard rush set up McDade on a 1-yard touchdown run, 14-7 Hawks.
I just study my craft and I stay in the weight room and listen to my coaches and my teammates. They shut us down last year, so we had to come back, work even harder, and show them what we're really about.
Studying indeed makes perfect. More from him in a bit. He was great, and the defense held after giving up an early score. Southwest thought they had Harlan fooled on a delayed smokescreen handoff, but it did not fool Logan Castanon. He knocked the cold ball loose from the runner, and Alexander Giannis eventually came away with the Halloween trick-or-treat candy. That led to a field goal, and Harlan led 17-7 at break time. Second half, Southwest faced 4th and 3 on their own side of the field. Coach Matt Elliott went for it. It didn't pan out as Harlan penetrated the line and held Young to 2 yards. Turnover on downs gave the NISD team half a field. Ensuing drive, quarterback Cannon Williams play-action slip screen to Ja'Cory Logan, who just beat 2 defenders to the near corner of the painted end zone, 24-7 Hawks after 3. Again, have to give credit to the maintenance staff at Southwest, great artwork and stenciling. On to the 4th quarter, Williams with a great play-action pass up for Augustine Natividad, adjusted well and made the fine catch. Guess who? McDade finished it off with another touchdown run. Look at how he shoved the would-be tackler to the grass. He finished the game with 259 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. He's up to 1,489 rushing yards for the season. The Hawks flew away from the Dragons 38-7, dominating the final 3 quarters of the match to become the first second-year San Antonio program to start 9-0 and are 1 win away from tying Brandeis for the most wins in the first 2 years of a San Antonio team. They won 18 in 08 and 09. Time now for happy Harlan players.
We just get people to fill their gaps, gang tackle, everyone runs, and we'll just tackle the ball carrier. They tried to throw at the beginning of the game. It didn't work out. Then we knew that they were just going to keep running, and we just kept stopping them, kept stopping the run.
We plan for it. We just keep working hard, coming together closer as a team, and just keep doing what we do. We just keep working hard at what we do best and stick together as a team.
With the win, Harlan is now guaranteed to host a playoff game in round 1. However, they did not clinch the district title because Laredo Martin erased a 14-point second-half deficit to beat Harlandale. Harlan hosts Martin next Saturday on the last day of the regular season. The winner will win the district title. Martin's win clinches a playoff spot for Southwest, who could still finish second with a win over now eliminated Eagle Pass Win, and if Harlan beats Martin. Southwest legacy is still alive, but has to hope for a miracle, that being Harlandale losing to McCullum in the Frontier Bowl. The Cowboys have lost 12 in a row and 36 out of the last 39. But for the Hawks, they continue to soar high as they get ready for the knockout rounds in a couple of weeks. Reporting from San Antonio, I'm Greg Sherman.